platformen.
Hidden beneath a curtain of green, the Amazon shelters animals found nowhere else on Earth. In the canopy, spider monkeys swing past the red-faced uakari. In the rivers, giant green anacondas lie in wait. Above them all, the harpy eagle watches and hunts. Welcome to the Amazon. Wild, relentless, and full of surprises. Number 16. The Amazon spider monkey, acrobat of the Amazon. The canopy conceals a silent acrobat. It glides like a ghost and swings like a circus performer. High above the forest floor, the Amazon spider monkey lives among branches and bright fruit. Its long limbs and powerful tail give it a spider-like grace as it springs from tree to tree. The tail functions as a fifth limb, and the tip has a hairless pad with ridges that grip bark tightly. Its hands have 4 long, curved fingers and no thumbs. That unusual shape turns the hands into quick hooks for rapid swinging. Its arms are longer than its legs, and with that build, a spider monkey can leap nearly 9 meters in a single bound. Fruit shapes the monkey's life. Ripe fruit comprises about 80% of its diet. It eats large quantities and travels far each day to find food. In doing so, the monkey spreads seeds and helps the forest regenerate. Without it, many trees would fail to reproduce. Spider monkeys are unusually intelligent for New World monkeys. They make many sounds, barks when threatened, whinnies like a horse, and long, sharp screams. Their voices warn and call across the treetops. They live in organized matriarchal groups of up to 40 animals. A dominant female leads the troop. She remembers where fruit trees hide across a home range that can reach 1,000 hectares. To avoid stripping any single area, the large group breaks into smaller teams to forage by day and then reunites at night. Local people have long told stories about these monkeys. Some tribes see them as spirits of the upper forest, unseen watchers of the human world. Others say strange night sounds are messages from spider monkeys, warnings to the jungle. The spider monkey needs vast, undisturbed stretches of primary rainforest to survive. When trees fall and forests shrink, the monkey's world vanishes. That sensitivity to habitat loss makes it one of the Amazon's most vulnerable and most vital creatures. Number 15. The green anaconda, Amazon's silent killer. The Amazonian rivers conceal a muscle the size of a small tree. The green anaconda waits, patient and lethal. In the dark water of the forest, the green anaconda rules. It is the heaviest snake on Earth and also among the longest. Pound for pound, it outweighs almost every other snake. Anacondas live where water moves slowly. Swamps, flooded forests, and wide rivers. Their bodies are made for swimming. The genus name Eunectes means good swimmer in Greek. Eyes and nostrils sit on top of the flat head, allowing the snake to remain nearly hidden beneath the surface while watching for prey. On land, anacondas are slow and awkward. In water, they become silent and swift. They wait, then strike without a sound. Sometimes they drop from low branches to catch animals by surprise. They do not use venom. Instead, they crush their prey with raw power. Thick muscles wrap around the victim and tighten with each breath. The pressure cuts off blood flow and stops the heart. Their jaws and ligaments stretch wide, enabling anacondas to swallow enormous prey whole. Capybaras, caimans, deer, and wild pigs can become a single meal. Swallowing a large animal can take hours, and the snake rests afterward to digest. Unlike most reptiles, anacondas do not lay eggs. They are ovoviviparous, with eggs developing and hatching inside the mother. After about 7 months, she gives birth to 20 to 40 live young. Each neonate measures about 2 feet and is able to hunt on its own from day one. In the Amazon, the green anaconda is both mystery and force. It is made for water, born ready to survive, and feared by many who share its world.
Yeah. 在树上抓很难。
Number 14. The black cayman, night stalker. The black cayman stalks the Amazon like a shadow, silent, powerful, and built to kill. At night, it becomes nearly invisible, a dark shape moving through the water. This reptile is the largest apex predator in the Amazon. It also holds the title of the biggest member of the alligator family. It rules slow rivers, lakes, and flooded savannas across northern South America. Its black, scaly skin provides perfect camouflage in the dark water. During the day, those scales help it absorb heat as it basks on riverbanks. A broad snout and large eyes help it hunt after sunset. A low, bony ridge runs between the eyes, adding to its heavy, armored look. Adult males usually measure between 3 and 5 meters long. The oldest rare giants can reach 5.4 meters or more. The black cayman is an opportunistic predator. It uses stealth and an enormous bite to take prey. Hunting at night, it floats almost invisible, with only its eyes and nostrils above water. It eats large fish, turtles, capybaras, deer, and even anacondas. On rare occasions, a powerful male will kill another apex predator, the jaguar. Females lay between 39 and 65 hard-shelled eggs. Mothers guard their nests fiercely for 2 to 3 months. When the rainy season begins, the chicks hatch, and the mother helps free them. She carries many young to the water and keeps them safe in groups called pods. The black cayman shapes the Amazon. By keeping mid-sized mammals and smaller caymans in check, it prevents some species from overrunning food and habitat. In that way, this dark giant helps maintain balance in one of the world's richest ecosystems. Number 13. White uakari, treetop flame. The white uakari stares from the treetops like a living mask of fire. Its bright red face and shaggy white coat make it impossible to ignore. This monkey lives only in the flooded forests of the upper Amazon basin. You find it in Várzea, the seasonally flooded swamp woodlands of Brazil and Peru. It stays in the trees and never comes down. Its face is completely bare and brilliantly crimson. That red comes from many tiny blood vessels under the skin. A deep red face signals to other monkeys that the individual is healthy. A pale face can indicate illness. That color helps them choose strong mates. Its fur is long and white, sometimes with cream tones. The contrast between white fur and red face gives the uakari its dramatic look. Unlike most South American monkeys, it has a short, stubby tail. It does not need a long tail for balance because it lives high in the canopy and moves carefully among branches. The white uakari eat hard fruits and immature seeds. Powerful jaw muscles and specialized teeth let it crush shells that other monkeys cannot open. These feeding skills help it survive in a crowded treetop world. Uakaris live in social groups. Troops can range from about 5 to about 50 animals depending on food availability. They call and groom to reinforce bonds and keep the group together. These monkeys are strictly arboreal and depend on a fragile home. Várzea forests that flood each year. When those forests shrink or change, the uakari have nowhere else to go. Damage to the Amazon directly threatens its future. In the high canopy, the white uakari is a living signal. Vivid health, powerful jaws, and an ancient link to a flooded forest. Protecting its home protects a species found nowhere else on Earth. Number 12. Hoatzin, Amazon's strange stinkbird. The Hoatzin walks into the frame like a creature from another age. It lives only in the swamps and river forests of the Amazon and Orinoco. At a glance, it looks part turkey and part dinosaur. A spiky crest crowns its head. Bright blue skin rings its eyes. Its feathers sit in messy layers like a wild haircut. Locals call it the stinkbird or the flying cow. The name comes from the way it eats. The Hoatzin chews and ferments leaves in its gut, more like a cow than a typical bird. That fermentation helps it break down tough plant material. It also gives the bird a strong, manure-like smell. You notice the odor before you see the bird. The Hoatzin lives close to water. It walks along branches over flooded forests and quiet river edges. When danger comes, it drops into the water and swims away. Young chicks have a surprising trick. They hatch with sharp claws on their wingtips. These claws help them climb back into the trees if they fall into the water. Over time, the claws disappear as the birds grow. Scientists call the Hoatzin prehistoric because it has few close relatives. Its anatomy and digestive system are unique among birds. That makes it an object of wonder and curiosity. It survives on a diet that would defeat most other birds. Its home, dense, wet forest, is changing fast. Logging and rising river levels threaten the places it needs to live. In the hush of dawn, you can sometimes spot a Hoatzin family perched low over a flooded channel. Parents rustle leaves while chicks shuffle and probe with their curved beaks. The scene feels ancient, like a small living link to a much older world. The Hoatzin is strange, smelly, and utterly remarkable. It reminds us that Amazon still holds secrets. Number 11. Pygmy marmoset, tiny powerhouse. Meet the pygmy marmoset, the tiniest true monkey on Earth and one of the Amazon's liveliest residents. It is only 12 to 15 centimeters long and weighs about 100 to 140 grams, roughly the weight of a tennis ball. But do not let the size fool you. Its long tail, up to 20 centimeters, is not for grasping. It works like a balancing pole, helping the marmoset move across fine branches with incredible precision. Its brownish gold and gray fur blends with tree bark, acting as an instant invisibility cloak against hungry eyes. Its diet is surprising. The marmoset eats mostly tree sap and gum. With chisel-like lower teeth, it carves neat holes in bark to reach the sap. It also eats insects, spiders, and small fruits that come to the sap. Watch them move. Claw-like nails help them cling to vertical trunks, and they leap through twigs with lightning-quick steps. They can turn their heads about 180 degrees to scan for danger. Pygmy marmosets live in tight family groups of 2 to 10 animals. They form strong bonds and share care for the young. Fathers and older siblings carry newborn twins most of the time. Families communicate with a chorus of clicks, whistles, and trills, and some calls reach frequencies humans cannot hear. Small in size, the pygmy marmoset still shapes its world with clever teeth, quick feet, and fierce family ties. Number 10. The Harpy eagle, Amazon's bone-crushing raptor. The Harpy eagle prowls the treetops like a ghost of the forest. One strike from its talons can crush bone. This giant bird rules the Amazon canopy. It is one of the largest and most powerful eagles on Earth. Instead of hunting in the open sky, it moves through the dense treetops. It feeds mostly on tree-dwelling sloths and monkeys. The Harpy uses extreme stealth and sharp hearing to find its prey. It can fly through thick branches while carrying animals that weigh more than half its own body. Female Harpy eagles are much larger than males. A female can weigh 9 to 10 kilograms. Her rear talons reach 13 to 14 centimeters long. Those claws deliver crushing force in an instant. A prominent double crest of feathers crowns its head, and large gray eyes scan the forest below. Harpy eagles pair for life. The female leads the pair and cares for the young. Breeding is slow. Pairs raise only one chick every 2 to 3 years. That low rate makes the species vulnerable. Today, the Harpy faces a grave threat. Deforestation and cattle ranching steal its habitat. As trees fall, the Harpy loses nesting sites and prey. Without protection, this ruler of the canopy may vanish from the Amazon. Number 9. The Surinam toad, the leaf that breathes. This is the Surinam toad, a strange swimmer from the Amazon. At first glance, it looks like a rotten leaf. It lives in the slow, muddy waters of the Amazon basin. It spends most of its time underwater and moves with quiet, deliberate motions. Its body is flat and mottled, so it blends into the river floor. That camouflage keeps it safe and helps it hunt. The Surinam toad grows to about 10 to 20 centimeters in length. It has no tongue and no teeth. Instead, it uses star-shaped fingers to feel for food. When prey comes close, the toad opens its mouth and sucks the animal in with a sudden, powerful inhale. Yet its most astonishing trait appears during reproduction. Mating begins in the water. The male and female join together, and the male presses fertilized eggs onto the mother's back. The pair somersault through the water so the eggs will stick. The mother's skin slowly grows around each egg, forming a honeycomb of pockets. Inside those pockets, the eggs develop for 3 to 5 months. They do not become free swimming tadpoles. Instead, each egg grows into a tiny, fully formed froglet. When development finishes, the young emerge from the mother's back. They slip out of the skin pockets and begin life as small copies of their parents. This strange, beautiful cycle reveals the surprising ways life adapts in the Amazon. The Surinam toad hides, senses, and protects in ways few other animals do. Number 8. The pink river dolphin, Amazon boto. Meet the boto, the largest freshwater dolphin on Earth. Botos live throughout the Amazon River system and in parts of the Orinoco Basin, but the Amazon is their true home. They are born a soft gray. Over months, their skin gradually turns pink, a mix of tiny blood vessels near the surface, pigments from their diet, and small scars from play or fights. The result is a dolphin that seems to glow in the river light. Unlike ocean dolphins, the boto can turn its head. Its neck vertebrae are not fused, so it can rotate its head about 90 degrees. That flexibility helps it weave through flooded trees, tangled roots, and narrow channels. Botos are opportunistic hunters. They eat more than 40 species of fish as well as crabs and small turtles. Sometimes they hunt alone, and sometimes they hunt in small groups, using sound and touch to find prey in murky water. They are intelligent too. Botos have relatively large brains for river dolphins, which helps them adapt and solve problems in a shifting, sometimes hostile environment. In the tangled waterways of the Amazon, the boto survives by being flexible, curious, and strong, a creature shaped by its river home, unique, resilient, and quietly remarkable. Number 7. The Mata Mata turtle, nature's living log. The Mata Mata turtle lives in the slow, muddy waters of the Amazon and Orinoco basins. It looks ancient because its body resembles fallen wood and dead leaves, a disguise that hides it from both predators and prey. Its shell is rough, dark brown, and rigid. 3 long ridges run along its back, breaking up its outline and turning it into a drifting log. The head is broad, flat, and triangular, covered in skin flaps and bumps that blend with plants and carry tiny nerves to sense vibrations in the water. A long, tube-like snout extends from its face. The Mata Mata breathes through this snorkel while it stays buried in the mud and can remain nearly motionless for long periods, waiting for a small fish to come close. When a fish approaches, the turtle does not chase. It opens its huge mouth suddenly and creates a vacuum that sucks the prey in. One quick motion captures food without a struggle. The Mata Mata is strictly aquatic and very sedentary. It prefers warm, shallow, and stagnant or slow-moving blackwater streams, swamps, and marshes. In this quiet world, the Mata Mata survives by hiding in plain sight, a striking example of how evolution can turn a turtle into a master of disguise, perfectly matched to the murky, leaf-strewn rivers of the Amazon. Number 6. Giant otter, Amazon's loud hunters. The giant otter is the largest otter in the world. It can grow to about 6 feet long and weigh up to 75 pounds. Its body is made for the water, a powerful tail, webbed feet, and a streamlined shape that cuts through currents. These otters live mainly in the Amazon River basin. They also appear in nearby waterways, but the Amazon is their stronghold. They choose rivers, lakes, and flooded forests where fish are plentiful. Giant otters hunt in packs. They work together to chase and trap schools of fish. Every otter takes part, and each one knows its role. They can eat as much as 10 pounds of fish a day. They also catch crabs, small anacondas, and even baby caimans. Family bonds shape their lives. Unlike many otters that live alone, giant otters form tight family groups of up to 20 animals. They travel, hunt, and sleep together. They raise their young as a team and protect their territory with fierce vocal calls. Their voices are striking. High-pitched screams, chatters, and whistles carry across the water. These calls keep the group together and warn intruders to stay away. Their noise can make even large predators think twice. Giant otters face real danger. In the past, people hunted them for their beautiful fur. Today, habitat loss, polluted rivers, and overfishing threaten their survival. When fish disappear, the otters struggle to feed their families. Protecting the otters means protecting the entire river system they depend on. Number 5. Candiru, toothpick killer. Candiru is one of the smallest and most feared inhabitants of the Amazon. This tiny freshwater catfish lives only in the Amazon basin, moving through rivers in Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, and Bolivia. It grows only a few inches long and looks like a thin, translucent toothpick. In muddy water, it almost vanishes. The Candiru is a parasite that feeds on blood. It finds larger fish and slips beneath their gill covers. Once inside, it uses sharp spines to hold on, scrapes flesh, and drinks blood. This is how it survives in a crowded and dangerous world. Tales about the Candiru travel faster than the fish itself. People tell frightening stories about it swimming up a human urethra, and those stories terrify swimmers and explorers. Scientists, however, find little evidence for most of these claims. Real attacks on people are extremely rare and poorly documented. Look closely at its body, and you will notice skin that is almost see-through. That camouflage helps it slip up on hosts. Its mouth and spines fit a predator's life. It works quickly and then slips away. For the Candiru, survival depends on speed and secrecy. Number 4. The Arapaima, lung of the river. The Arapaima cuts through the water like a living torpedo. It rises to the surface with a loud cough that echoes along the river. The Arapaima, also called paich or pirarucu, is one of the largest freshwater fish on Earth. It lives in the rivers of the Amazon and Essequibo basins. This ancient giant can reach 10 feet in length and weigh as much as 440 pounds. River water often holds very little oxygen. To survive, the Arapaima must come up every 10 to 20 minutes and breathe air. It uses a special part of its body, a modified swim bladder, like lungs. When it breathes out, you hear a deep coughing sound. The Arapaima rules its world as an apex predator. It mostly eats other fish, but it will also take birds, frogs, and small mammals. It hunts by creating a powerful suction with its mouth, pulling prey inside in a single motion. Arapaima have thick, interlocking scales. These scales act like armor and can even resist piranha bites. Fathers guard their young with fierce care. After spawning, males carry their baby fish in their mouths to protect them from danger. Humans have long hunted Arapaima for their rich meat. Overfishing and habitat loss have pushed their numbers down. Conservationists now watch the species closely. In some areas, community-led rules and sustainable fishing programs help the Arapaima recover. Number 3. The giant bulldog bat, moonlit fisher. The giant bulldog bat resembles a fisherman of the night. It patrols Amazon rivers with the confidence of a hunter who knows the water. Also called the greater bulldog bat, it stands out among New World bats because of its size and unusual diet. The body measures about 11 to 12 centimeters. Its wings can stretch as wide as 70 centimeters. That wingspan lets it glide low over dark water. Its face matches its name. The bat has full, wrinkled lips and cheek pouches that resemble those of a bulldog. Its fur gleams in orange and reddish-brown under moonlight. Those features help it blend into the forest edge while it hunts. Unlike most bats, it does not chase insects in midair. It hunts fish. The bat flies slowly above rivers, streams, and ponds. It listens with sharp, high-frequency sounds. These echoes tell it about tiny ripples on the water's surface. When the bat hears a fish, it drops low. It skims the water and drags its large claws through the surface. Those claws snag the fish and lift it into the air. The bat then carries its catch to a safe perch and eats in silence. This birdless fisherman is a bat shaped by the Amazon. It shows how life in the rainforest can find surprising ways to survive. Number 2. The Titan beetle, jaws of the forest. A living tank with jaws like scissors hides in the dark heart of the Amazon. The Titan beetle towers over other insects. It grows to nearly 7 inches long and carries a body built like armor. Its powerful mandibles can snap a wooden pencil in two. Spikes along its thorax warn predators to stay away. When it opens its wings, they stretch wide across the night. This giant stays out of sight by day. It flies at night, searching for a mate under the cover of darkness. People rarely see it in the forest because it moves quietly and hides well. Young beetles live a secret life underground. The larval stage can last up to 3 years as they bore into and feed on decaying wood. They grow slowly, hidden inside fallen logs and roots. When the adult emerges, everything changes. Adults do not eat. They live only 3 to 4 weeks. In that short time, their sole purpose is to find a mate and reproduce. They use energy stored from their long larval life. At night in the Amazon, the Titan beetle becomes a silent, powerful presence. It shows how life in this forest can be large, mysterious, and briefly brilliant. Number 1. The Amazon electric eel, the living battery of the Amazon. In the dark, muddy rivers of the Amazon, a living battery hunts with electricity. The Amazon electric eel looks like an eel, but is actually a knife fish, slipping like a shadow through the slow waterways of the Amazon and Orinoco. It can unleash up to about 860 volts, a shock that stuns prey and warns predators. Yet it also uses soft electric pulses to map the world when vision fails. Those pulses and the powerful shocks both come from special cells called electrocytes, stacked like tiny batteries and firing together. Young eels feed on shrimp and crabs, and adults take larger fish, crustaceans, and even amphibians. An adult can reach 8 feet and weigh more than 40 pounds, gliding quietly as it hunts. Though fully aquatic, the eel breathes air, surfacing to gulp oxygen that supplies roughly 80% of its needs. In a river where light and sight mean little, the electric eel survives by turning muscle and cell into a living, pulsing battery.